Greetings. I'm Dr. Adriana Marshall, Fine Arts and Physical Education Coordinator for Kansas City Public Schools. And today we have something very special to present. In collaboration with Kansas City American Jazz Museum, we are presenting an interactive tour that will feature PSEL's faculty and students.
And I am Quez, you guys. I'm Quez from the American Jazz Museum. I run all the programs and events here, and it's a joy to have my old school, PSEL, Middle School of the Arts. It used to be called Middle School of the Arts, PSEL Academy, okay? Thank you for coming. Thank you for having it. And you will learn about Charlie Parker, Duke Ellington. Who else are you guys doing?
Mingus.
So many
Ella
amazing.
Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Macbeth.
Yes, so it's a privilege and an honor. Thank you, PSEL, and thank you, Dr. Marshall and Kansas City School District.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Willie Thornton. I am the choral director at PSEL Academy. I'm so excited to be in the Kansas City Jazz Museum. One of the songs that we're going to sing today is sung by Marquise Williams, and it's called If I Could Write a Book. and she was known for singing that song. She did some awesome things, and also she sung "Take the A Train" by Duke Ellington. If you just go on YouTube and you can Google her, and you will find how she could just put melodic lines together, and with this thing we called scatting. And so, you know, people say, what is scatting? Well, scatting is a language that you use when you're singing jazz, like do, dweet, bop, do, dweet, bop, dop, dweet, do, do, doot. Those are scat words. And so I just thank you for just tuning in and giving us the opportunity to educate you in this realm that we call jazz.
1, 2, ready. They ask me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. And then the world discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers and simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers that my book ends
Hey everybody, I'm David Cunningham and I am the Director of Bands and Jazz Studies at Paseo Academy of Fine and Performing Arts. Thank you for joining us today for this jazz show that we have for you. And I'm here in the Charlie Parker room here at the American Jazz Museum, a room dedicated just to Charlie Parker. And he's very important because he is also from Kansas City and part of the Kansas City Public Schools. He learned how to play saxophone just up the street here at Lincoln High School, and went on to become one of the most prolific musicians of all time, especially on the saxophone. Anybody that learns to play saxophone, they learn Charlie Parker tunes. And so if you come here to the American Jazz Museum, you'll see many things. You'll see his old saxophone here. You will hear many tunes by Charlie Parker, as well as read many different things about his life and see many pictures that show many different instances in his life where he was playing with some of the other world's greatest jazz musicians. So thank you guys for having us, and if you ever get the chance, come to the American Jazz Museum and learn a little bit about Charlie Parker.
Hi, my name is David Chase. I'm the Director of Orchestral Studies and Arts Coordinator at Paseo Academy for Fine and Performing Arts here in Kansas City. Today I want to talk to you just a little bit about one of my favorite artists, Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole was one of the best blues players in the 1930s and 40s, and he traveled all over the country. Probably the route that he took the most is Route 66, which was also the title of one of his probably most famous radio tunes. It was definitely #1 with a bullet in 1943. The interesting thing about this particular chart, as we call it in music, is it's still technically blues, not rock and roll. Rock and roll is given credit to being innovated by Chuck Berry, and the first rock and roll song is called Maybelline, 1952, I believe. This came out in 1946 and hit the top of the charts. And the reason that you can tell, even though it does have a little bit of electric guitar, Nat was a pianist. Not only a pianist, he was one of the finest blues pianists in the world at that time. And you really hear with this tune the evolution of piano being the main instrument for pop music at the time, transitioning over to guitar, which Chuck Berry solidified for us. Of course, everybody's heard Johnny B. Good, which was the next rock and roll chart, and then it exploded. So here we are, we're studying, celebrating one of the greatest blues and jazz musicians ever, and most people know him as a rock and roll artist. He never had a rock and roll song.
If you ever plan to motor west, drive my way, that's the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. It winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Or you can travel to St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City is my grave. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Ramona, Kingsman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get it to this time with it? When you make that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City is my grave. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Ramona, Kingsman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get into this time?
Thank you. So you have checked out all the kids performing all of these jazz greats, all right? But right now we are in the museum, the 18th and Vine, a historic museum. All these people you heard, they was playing. Come check them out at the museum. We got Charlie Parker, you're gonna hear Ella, all right? You're gonna hear Louis Armstrong. We got so many people to check out. My name is Quez. Come down to the American Jazz Museum, all right? Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Tell your mama, tell your kids, tell everybody to come on down. Peace. Boom, boom, boom.